Well, I hope everybody is having themselves a good 2013 so far. This is the first episode of the Etc.Show for the year. Cheers to you. I'll tell you this much, guys. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions this year because, well, resolutions, unfortunately, are meant to be broken, aren't they? So what's the point of making New Year's resolutions? That's at least my logic of the whole entire thing. Let's see. I gotta tell you the God's honest truth. There is really not a heck of a lot going on in this world for me to really talk about. Pretty quiet week. I don't like quiet weeks. Let's see. One thing I did find out, whoop-de-twang, Jodie Foster came out of the closet for the Golden Globe Awards. Isn't that something? Now, don't get me wrong. I like Jodie Foster as an actress. I do. She's all right. But why is it that a lot of these people just save up their big announcements for an award show that you're supposed to be there to accept an award, maybe go off and say, thank you, Mom, Dad, for making me so I can make this blah, 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 blah. And then on the middle of all of it, hey, I'm gay. That's fantastic. Why don't you just save that for your friends or your family, or at least not an award show? If you want to tweet it, go tweet it. Then maybe you may have the people that really care. I'm not trying to be insensitive here about all of this, but even if I was, the point is we're here to see an award show, not hear that you came out of the closet. We're still waiting from Tom Cruise and John Travolta for that, aren't we? Yeah, I know. I'll probably get messages from their lawyers soon. I don't really care. Other than that, like I said, it's been a very, very quiet week for news per se. But let's talk about some reflections on things that have already happened in the last 30 days or so, shall we? I think that sounds like a good topic to start on. Fueled by coffee this morning because I'm still trying to wake up. Can't you tell? All right. It's 2013. Obama has, in his, or should I say the higher-ups, ill-gotten gain, snuck him in for another term. I'm sorry, people. I don't know anybody that voted for him. I really don't. I've talked to friends and fam and even total strangers, and I don't know anybody that voted for him for this election. And I got to tell you, I really think he snuck in on this one. It was intentional. The powers that be, which are above Obama, because he's the puppet, the stooge, whatever, okay? He does whatever the higher-ups tell him to do. This country will get worse, and I'm sorry if they sound negative. I would rather be truthful than sound all hunky-dory. If it's a lie, I'm not going to do that. But let's just face it, like I said before, in 2016, you're going to be praying it was 2012. Because, this whole Obamacare thing, I think that's going to screw up a lot of people. Everybody getting, what was it I read, 73% of Americans' taxes are going to go up? Yeah, you could pretty much say that's you and me, okay? I think it was like between 25 and 30,000, I think, is the income, and higher, okay? So, I guess if you're already piss-ass poor already, maybe you're not going to have to worry about it. But for the rest of us, yeah, we're going to have to worry about it. And, well, let's see. I've heard some things. I'm not entirely sure how true they are. I'm not going to open my big mouth yet because I want to do some more research. That hopefully will be for the next episode. But it has to do with the food stamp program. Okay, there's going to be some real radical changes to the food stamp program. I read in the newspaper in the last week or two that supposedly this time frame right now is the most amount of Americans on food stamps, on public aid, That's not a good thing, okay? And I'll confess, I'm on that. I don't like being on it. But when you're a single father with 3 teenagers and you're only making one income, for the moment, um, look, you gotta live. You gotta survive, right? I know there's a lot of people out there like me, and single moms too, but single dads are a little bit rarer. At least I think so, okay? So it's tough. It's very, very tough. And I don't like sucking on the government's teat, okay? The only way that I can continue to do it, at least in my mind frame, that it's a temporary basis, is that realistically, you, me, we all kind of pay for it with our taxes. I mean, it's just like if you were on unemployment and, you worked, a job or two even, you paid into it, So for a short time frame, I don't feel so bad. As long as you know that it's temporary and that you want to go back to work, okay? There's a lot of people out there that don't want to work at all. They want to sit on their fat asses or skinny asses. I'm not insulting fat people, but most of the people I know that don't go to work to have a fat behind. I don't know. But they don't want to work. They expect the government to take care of them completely while they have, on purpose, more children and all this other stuff. And that's where you got to draw the line on that. Okay? I had 5 kids. I mean, I still have 5 kids. But, you got to do the best you can with what you got. And I'm not trying to be an ingrate here. I mean, let's face it, if I didn't get the assistance that I did get, these kids would be starving. It would be a little tougher for them to go to a doctor. Stuff like that, okay? But in my mental mind frame, this is temporary. Okay? So knowing that, and knowing that I don't plan on using these services forever, I can get through it. Anybody that has any pride left is when you get into this stuff, you're going to have to just not have it anymore. Sometimes, I have to supplement with food pantries. I know there's a lot of people out there that are having to do the food pantry thing. In fact, one of the places that I go to, they are seeing about, and I thought this was, to me, I thought staggering, okay, 100 to 130 new families they're seeing per month at this food pantry, and it's actually one of the, one of the better ones, okay? But that kind of amazes me. It also just goes to show you the state of the economy. America is getting broken. Broker and broken, okay? The spirit of the American people is not as strong as it used to be, and that's sad. I remember reading, I think it was from Vladimir Putin of all people, the idiot in Russia, the one that runs things over there. Even he admitted that it looks like Obama is trying to corrupt and disrupt and bankrupt, there's some for you, the country. And he even could see it, and he's on the other side of the world. Now, once again, let me explain something. I am not a racist, okay? I've brought this up in several episodes. I am not a racist. I believe in the most competent sincere person to do the job of running the country. For example, I think Colin Powell would have been a lot better choice. Ex-military man, he had some form of organization, okay, some form of decorum. But the powers that be don't want somebody that's intelligent and thought out like him. Heck, I'd run for president in 2016, but you know what that would lead me? A bullet in the head. That's what would happen, because nobody wants to hear the truth. You know, I hate to admit this. This country is really beginning to be run on lies, and it's not a good thing, guys. I love America, but I don't like where it's going. I'm telling you right now. This second term thing for him, this just gave him open license, okay, to do what he damn well please. Now, there's still some things getting swept under the rug, which maybe I'll talk about in a future episode, but the whole Benghazi incident out in Libya, you know, those people got killed. You ain't hearing much about that bit. All I'm hearing about it is that supposedly the government knew about all of this and decided, hey, guess what? We're going to leave you there anyway. We know that you may get killed, but we're going to leave you there anyway. And so supposedly, technically, there, from what I did read, that there could be, this is kind of maybe like a war crime or a terrorist crime or something. So forgive my ignorance on this, because I haven't had a chance to read the full reports on this. But needless to say, it sounds like there was a lot of secrecy on a lot of people's hands in the cookie jar that shouldn't have been there. But meanwhile, we get this nice mass shooting, you know, in Newton, where the 20 kids get killed and the 6 adults get killed, and everybody is crying, gun banning, stricter gun laws. You know, once again, I'll bring this up. I believe in the United States Constitution, as you should believe in the U.S. Constitution. Second Amendment says, right to bear arms, therefore. You know, why is that in the Constitution? Very simple, because back in the 1770s, Britain, of course, was our enemy, and us little colonists were just trying to make a living. And we stuck that in there because the British government, the Redcoats, would confiscate the guns and go off and do what they pleased to us Americans, you know, and that's why do you think the Revolutionary War happened in the first place? Because our rights were getting violated on a daily basis. We kept getting taxed too much by King George. Okay, now let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, taxation is necessary in reasonable forms. How else are you going to get your roads paved and your other services done? Okay, on a local, county, state, federal level. You have to have taxes. You can't get around that, okay? But there is such a thing as reasonable taxes and unreasonable taxes. Back in the 1770s, the tea was only one step of the whole mess. The Tea Party, okay, where some of the Britons dressed up as Indians and dumped the tea out, right? Okay, that was only like one of the steps. But, I mean, we're talking here that the King, you know, King George and everybody and the Redcoats, they were invading people's houses, all right, and doing what they damn pleased. And I hate to tell you this, but gee, it's 2013, and it goes full circle again, doesn't it? They're trying to take away the guns, all right? They're trying to strip us of what little privacy we have left, aka through the internet and all the other high technological devices that, you know, that are used daily by us or them or anything else like that. You know, that some people are more complacent. They don't care. Yes, it's very powered by coffee today. Sorry. But you should care. Our country is not getting any better. I wish it would, guys. God, I wish it would. They are bashing the Christians. Okay, I'm a lousy Christian, but I believe in Jesus as my Savior. He is. Okay, but this country's bashing that. Obama also does not appear to give two hoots about Netanyahu and the whole Israeli situation. Excuse me, my tongue was not quite loose. It's going to bite us in the ass. It's gonna in the long run. If we don't back Israel, it's gonna bite us in the ass. Let's see what else. So yeah, the gun laws. I think every family. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This is my long-winded thing. The Second Amendment basically was stuck there. Okay, for protection of your family and against enemies. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, okay, people trying to rob your place, saying, "Hey, I'm going to kill you," and whip out a gun. Armies, invading forces. Do I mean Red Dawn? Okay, if you want to go into that extreme, even though that was Hollywood, sure. Okay, let's say that happened. Or, our government turning on us, which is what's going to happen because we won't listen to their crap and won't follow their agenda. All right. I know some of you people probably think I'm being a crackpot. No, I'm being realistic. It's going to happen. It's just when's the time frame. All right. Another thing. Let's see here. Just to give you guys a heads up on this one, I haven't talked about this yet since I found out about this. There is an asteroid coming, and I think it is termed RA14 2012. I think that's what it's called. That's the name of the asteroid. It's 130 miles long. Okay, real big sucker. Now, I have heard reports that it is going to be coming into our trajectory February 14th, 15th of this year. I tried to get an updated news report today on this thing, and the best answer that I still can get is that the closest that it will come to the Earth is about 17,000 miles above the Earth's surface now. That's what they're saying. But it will be coming between the Earth's surface and the satellites. Now, I wish I was an astrophysicist and like Sheldon or Leonard from Big Bang and could figure out how far up the Earth's gravitational pull is, okay, on this thing. Depending on size and speed and force and blah, blah, blah. Am I saying that, this thing's going to hit Earth? No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that there's a small chance it could turn and come down here. But mainly more than that is that because this asteroid is 130 miles wide, and I don't know the composition, in other words, what's making this asteroid, when it shoots across, it's obviously going to disrupt the satellites to some degree. That could affect cell phones, computers, even bigger on a business and governmental grand scale. I tried digging around a little bit more for something like this, and they're saying it could disrupt services of various kinds, anywhere from 6 to 12 hours in whatever region it comes across. So, at least you get some heads-up warning on this. Like I said, I wish I could find more scientific data on this. I always liked that kind of stuff anyway, but I'm not seeming to be able to find very much. So that's something to look forward or watch out for in the next couple of weeks. So if you're wondering why your cell phone or your computer, or maybe even why Walmart, I'm just using them as an example, but any grocery store register could go down for several hours, it could be because of that. Okay, let's see, what else do I want to talk about? What else? I mean, eventually, this planet, our planet here, will get hit by an asteroid. It is a given. Read in the book of Revelations, they talk about, they call it a star named Wormwood. Well, stars can actually be small, they can be big, but they're saying more along the lines that this could be an asteroid more than a star, so I really don't know. But eventually we will get hit by one. I just don't honestly think it's going to be this one. But like I said, with all this technology and everything, Lord knows what the consequences could be. Now, I Googled on the RA-14 2012 asteroid, and it was kind of funny. They came up, it pulled up a story from in 1904, there was an asteroid that hit Russia, and I didn't know anything about this, and I'm a history major, okay, and I know I don't profess to know everything, nor would I ever do that, but this one was kind of quite interesting. I'm not going to tell you everything on it. If you're interested in it, Google it for yourself. The town of the province started with the letter Y. I can tell you that much. But it happened in 1904, and it took out 80,000 square feet of forestry. Okay, in other words, wilderness. Thank God it hit the wilderness and not people. But at that time, they said that the force of that equaled to either a 10 or a 15 megaton bomb. So, I mean, that's just, that's outright scary. And I'm not out here to scare people. I'm just out to inform and educate, right? There ain't too much entertaining in this one, but it's for informing and educating. So all I'm saying is this, I guess for 2013, just keep both your eyes open, okay? Be aware of your surroundings. You take care of your families and your loved ones like you're supposed to. But just be careful because, well, I don't want to sound paranoid. I really don't, but you just got to be careful. That's all, okay? So hopefully next episode, guys, will be a heck of a lot more lighter in tone. But like I said, I just wanted to inform you guys of all of this, okay? I love all you guys still. Come on, people, keep liking and subscribing this page, this channel here. Spread the word to everybody. I'm up to 42 subscribers, and I'm very grateful for my 42. But I know we can make a heck of a lot more than this on this. Also coming soon, hopefully between now and the end of the month, I will also be doing a stand-up comedy routine, real short. I will film it for YouTube for the people, obviously, that aren't in Northwest Arkansas that can catch this. Until next week, take care. God bless. Keep aware. Look at the skies. Look all around you and hang on to your guns.